Most people think a test drive is to see if they like the car. This is where a lot of bad cars can get exposed if you know what to look for. First things first, get that radio turned off. You want to be listening for any sort of noises. You're listening for knocking, banging, rattling from the suspension. That's a bumpy road. I once went to buy a Subaru and the guy was adamant on showing me how great his sound system was. So before we even set off, he whacked the music right up and he was like, oh, I love this song, I love this song. We're driving along. I said, can you turn the music down, mate? He turns it down, the brakes were absolutely screaming. So literally he just wanted to have the music up loud so that I couldn't hear the brakes. I already clocked them anyway. When I walked up to the car, you could see that they weren't good. But he thought he was going to get away with it by just showing me his banging tunes, really. What's it like to drive? Does it drive straight? The steering wheel should be perfectly aligned. It shouldn't be off to one side. That means your tracking's out. Take your hands off the steering wheel. Does it drive in a straight line? Doesn't pull to any left or right direction. Another one, does it brake straight? So you don't have to do an emergency stop. Just put a little bit of pressure onto it. Does it brake straight? Absolutely fine. When you brake like that, it should just be absolutely, again, it shouldn't be pulling in any particular direction. If it is, it's potentially an issue with a brake caliper, slider, pins, something along them lines. You might have one's working slightly harder than the other if it's pulling to any particular direction. Is your clutch okay? It's not slipping. You don't want any sort of crunching into gears. You want nice, clean gear changes. When you're changing gear, there should be no resistance whatsoever, just nice and smooth. Does the engine hold temperature okay as well? So just keep an eye on your engine temperature when you're on your test drive. It should be absolutely bang on 90 degrees no matter what. Any warning lights have cropped up on the test drive. Of course, the warning lights could have been switched off, could have an underlying issue, and then when you go on a test drive, then them issues sort of wake up and then you'll get warning lights sometimes on test drive. The power that it should have, obviously you've got to manage your expectations here. If you're driving a 1 litre Fiesta, it's not going to have a lot of power, but does it not feel flat? Should be able to get up to speed still at a decent rate. So if you've got plenty of power, doesn't feel flat, obviously that varies very much from car to car. This is the main one really, we've all been there as well. You can, if you're into your cars, we've all been there. So you start convincing yourself it's okay. If you're on a test drive or you looked and you viewed a car and you now start convincing yourself that these little issues that you've come across are okay, that's falling in love with a car, so just walk away. It's not, the thing about cars is, as long as you're not looking at something that's super rare, there's hundreds of them. If one's bad, for every bad one, there'll be 2 good ones, so don't worry about it, walk away. So a test drive's not about enjoying a car, it's just about picking up any potential issues while you're out on that test drive, don't forget that.